Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for this presentation to show you the capabilities of Workbooks CRM, what areas of your business it can address, and how my company, Wizard Systems, can help you with any CRM implementation. Now, we run these short presentations normally every Friday, focusing on different aspects of CRM usage within Workbooks. And today we're going to look a little bit more closely at email marketing with Workbooks. This presentation will be approximately 30 minutes or so. So this is just a basic session. Everyone uses CRM in different ways. Everyone's got different requirements, and I wouldn't have enough time this morning to go over all of the capabilities of the system. So after this call, if you want to explore Workbooks in more detail there, we'd love to organize more of a one-to-one session with you and your colleagues, and we can obviously then concentrate on your specific needs. Now, also on the call today, we've got some people already trying Workbooks, and some people have never seen it. There's about just over 25 people on the call this morning, so excuse me if I'm going over some information you may already know about Workbooks, but I've just got to go at the speed of the slower, so to speak. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. Your microphone is on mute, so don't worry about any background noises there. If you've got any questions, as you think of them, please type those into the questions section on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end of the session. I'll just read out your first name and repeat the question that you asked me, and as I say, I'll answer it as best I can. Also, this session is being recorded. After the presentation, you'll receive an automatic email from our system with a link to the recording, which you can share with your colleagues, and we'll most likely put it up on YouTube as well. Okay, so let's get started then. Just firstly, a brief mention about my company, Wizard Systems. We're an independent reseller of different CRM solutions. Workbooks is the most popular system that we provide to mainly small and medium-sized companies. And as you may know, you subscribe to Workbooks, so there's nothing to install. As such, we have some customers that do their own thing with Workbooks. They set the system up themselves. They teach themselves how to use it. There's lots of resources out there to assist you. But if you want any help along the way, we're here to assist you with any type of service to help you get the most out of Workbooks. So, for example, migrating data from an old system into the new system, customizing Workbooks to your requirements, integrating it with other applications, writing reports for you as well, introducing workflow and scripting in the system. So we can do any of that for you or with you, or we can train you on how to do all these things. We provide basic training and more advanced training on Workbooks. We can come to your offices for delivering the Workbooks training, or you can come to us, or we can do it online, similar to today's call. And lastly, all the ongoing support as well. So if you get stuck, you just you contact our friendly help desk service here, and we'll assist you as quickly as we can. So an all-embracing service is, say, you can do your own thing with Workbooks, or we can do everything for you, or there could be some compromise in the middle where you do some of the work yourself and we do maybe some of the more sophisticated things to get you up and running there. So a key thing that we want to establish with you from the outset is what you're looking to achieve with the Workbook system, what issues you're looking to solve, what objectives you're looking to get. Are you replacing an older CRM system? Are you just starting up in business and you need a central system to help you track your leads? You're looking to do better marketing, track sales and quotes more effectively, acquire customers, improve customer service, or maybe a combination of all of those. So that's the key thing we want to try and get at, which will be guiding us through the process. So what is Workbooks? Well, it's a central, easy to use, affordable system to help you manage all the information about your contacts in one place and share that with your team and manage your interactions with those people as well. what we're going to be discussing today are its marketing tools. There's lots of tools in there to help you deliver targeted messages, communications to your prospects and customers. Now, unusually for many CRM systems, workbooks can track a complete business process. So we can do quotes, we can create sales quotations to our customers from workbooks, and also there's an option for then creating sales orders and invoices. There are actually two different editions of workbooks. When you sign up for workbooks proper, you've got a choice of CRM edition or business edition. Business edition, and I'll come on to prices towards the end of the session, but business edition costs a little bit more, but it does allow you to do more of the financial stuff, creating orders and invoices. Also, we'll discuss some of the options for linking to accounting systems as well. Do you have a customer service team there? So we can track that in workbooks as well. So we've got our sales team using workbooks, our marketing team, and our customer service team. And as well as it being a personal productivity tool, workbooks is a great management tool as well to help you manage the business, make better decisions, control the business. Now, as I said already, workbooks is 100% cloud. There's nothing to install. You don't need to worry about backups or administration of the system. That's all done for you. And all of the data is in the UK. It's a very secure system. Workbooks has been certified in all of the 6 releases of the UK government G-Cloud certification program. Bit of a mouthful, but basically if you are central government or local government, you can't use a cloud application unless it meets those levels, and workbooks has. And workbooks is a very popular system. It's won lots of international awards in the UK. The last 3 years running, it's won the CRM Product of the Year from the UK networking industry, 2013, 2014, and 2015. So a very popular system. And if you spot any reviews out on the web, workbooks always scores very highly from a point of view of user satisfaction and ease of use. So let's focus on how we manage our contacts. So with workbooks, you've got a ready-made system for tracking your leads, your prospects, and your customers. Shortly, when I take you into the system proper, and I'll show you an example record of a customer, these screens can be changed by you. It's very easy to take things away or add things to it. You can also deploy different security levels in there as well. So if there are certain things that your colleagues shouldn't do or see, then that can be implemented. Those different user roles and user groups can be implemented within workbooks. Next key thing, we're managing all of our activities in workbooks. So all of your tasks, your calls, your appointments are tracked in the system. You're thereby building up a wonderful client history of everything that you've done, your colleagues have done with the customer. We integrate with any email system. Now, I'm not discussing just here right now email marketing. These are your day-to-day emails. So if you use Outlook or Gmail or an Apple, it doesn't matter. We'll integrate with any email system there. So as you send and receive your emails, they can be copied into the email history of that customer, thereby making it visible to the team. And we include mobile access with workbooks. It will work with any browser, and also it'll work on your smartphone and tablets. We've also just released a downloadable app as well. So what we're here today to focus on a little bit more detail is marketing, and especially email marketing. I find that most people now are doing a lot of email marketing to help promote their business. And with workbooks, we've got a way of joining that email marketing process with your CRM application. But first of all, you've got an easy way of uploading data and outputting data if you want to from workbooks. So if you attend an exhibition, you buy in a database, you've got an easy way of importing that in a CSV, separated value type format, very common format there, to get that data into workbooks and start using it. We also are looking at another way of how you attain get leads and track them in your CRM system. We've got a way of linking to a web form. So on your website, do you have a contact form, a very simple form? That can be, we actually create a very simple form in Workbooks as well, and that can be integrated into Workbooks, so that as people fill in their details on your website and they submit that, that becomes an automatic lead record in your Workbook system, and there's a little bit of automation as standard to alert you via an email to say that you've got a new inquiry there. So a nice way of making sure everything is logged and everything is processed. So before we do any marketing campaign, we've got easy ways of creating lists, creating a list of the recipients that are going to receive our newsletter or promotion. And with your Workbook subscription, we integrate as standard, so there's no extra cost for this. This is all included in your subscription. Integration with Mailchimp, Constant Contact, and .mailer. Now, Mailchimp is the most popular one in the UK, certainly, that's used, and they do have a free option. Mailchimp has a free option if you have under 2,000 subscribers, so the number of people in total that you're going to be marketing to, you are entitled to a free account there. So a nice way without any risk of trying that system. And the Mailchimp integration, that's the best integration with Workbooks right now, but we are improving gradually the Constant Contact and .mailer integration as well. So a nice way of integrating with those. You create your list in Workbooks. That list of people is uploaded to one of those accounts. You don't need to bother about exporting or importing records. None of that complication. Is very straightforward. Mailchimp or similar will allow you to design a nice looking email. We'll deliver the email, so it's not going through your service, it's going through their service. And then importantly, with the integration back into Workbooks come a record of the responses of our contacts, our customers, to those emails. So we can see against their record the emails they've been sent, the emails they opened, any click-through links, so did they click on an image or a bit of text in the email, and also seeing hard bounce, soft bounce, and opt-out information as well. All critical information that you may want to share with your colleagues, so that when your salespeople are calling customers, they can see what marketing emails have gone out and what that customer has responded to. Just a quick mention about a few other key capabilities of Workbooks. So thinking about the sales process, I mentioned already, we can create sales quotes. Quotes are created in a PDF type layout. You can store your price list in Workbooks as well. You can import your price list in a CSV format if you get regular price list updates from suppliers. You can create numerous different quote layouts. And these layouts, as I say, they're stored in a PDF type layout. So you can design these layouts to match your style with your logos and your T's and C's, and additional information you want to appear on the proposal there. And they're emailed directly from the Workbook system in the interest of automation. A simple one-click button and you can email your quote out in a secure way, all tracked back in the Workbook's history. We also integrate with another key part of any CRM system is tracking your opportunities. So as you're creating these quotes, it's updating the opportunity information with the value of your potential sale. So that opportunity record is another key part of Workbooks to track this sales forecast, the pipeline. And we do, on a number of our weekly webinars, we do actually concentrate quite a lot on sales forecasting and pipeline management using Workbooks. So you might want to keep an eye out for that presentation there as well. Now with Workbooks, we do have an option for then looking at the sales process, then converting the quote to a sales order or converting the order to an invoice. And there's an option for linking to Sage 50 or Sage 200 accounting applications in the UK. So thereby saving the need for retyping information, improving accuracy, and improving the speed of processing your orders there. Customer service, a very quick mention. So do you have any customer service people? Do you want to track calls, problems, complaints? So this is another dimension to Workbooks. a separate screen, again, very customizable screen, that you tell it what you want to know about these customer service issues. But as standard, it will allow you to apply deadlines to these calls. So in a way, you're tracking your SLAs, your service level agreements, the target deadline for these calls. As you're recording these things, you're building up a wonderful history or trend of these issues and the types of problems and the severity of these problems and who solved them and what was the solution. So in a way, you're sort of building up a knowledge base of typical issues you're getting and the resolutions to those. Now, final slide before we dive into the system proper, putting your manager's hat on here. So as you can see, using workbooks, we've got a great way of tracking all of our sales activities from the initial lead coming in, our actions against those leads and our activity levels there. As long as we're recording those in the system, we've got a great way of measuring and managing this information. The opportunity management system is a key part of workbooks to track your sales and opportunities. There's a report writer provided with workbooks. We actually provide, workbooks provides about 50 reports to get you going, and you can create your own reports from scratch if you want to, and clone those existing reports. So a nice way of getting data out of the system. Plus, complementary to that, some graphical dashboards, so bar graphs, pie charts appearing in front of you, tracking key metrics, leads, marketing activity, sales, calls, and so on. Okay, let's dive into the system proper. And as I said initially, this is not meant to be a complete overview of the system. I'm going to be concentrating this morning on email marketing. Please look up our other previous presentations on focusing on other aspects of the workbook system, or request a personal demonstration from us after this call. So this morning I'm showing you workbooks via Chrome. It will work with any browser, and also you can access it from your smartphone or tablet. If you're accessing on a smartphone or tablet, you actually get a simpler view of your workbook system because, of course, of the smaller screen size. But instantly, if you haven't seen workbooks before, instantly you should see this is fairly recognizable. It looks like your Windows desktop. Do you see? With the Start button down in the bottom left-hand corner there, and just to the right of that, a Google-like search box. You can type in there any word or phrase, and it will find it for you in the system. Also on your desktop, you can create handy little shortcuts. So if you commonly want to do some kind of function in workbooks, you can create a shortcut on your desktop to jump quickly to that element, that component of the system. But from that Start button, here we are. We've got all of the elements of a proper CRM solution, with right at the top there, people and organizations. All the people that you're working with and all the organizations that you're selling to. And if you click on one of those, up will pop a pretty typical display showing you all of the companies in your system. You can, in this summary view where you're seeing line by line, row by row, all of your contacts and companies there, you can decide what columns you see. You can put these organizations into different groups or views. So if I quickly want to dive in and see all of my suppliers, for example, I click there and see all my suppliers. I want to go back and see all of the companies, click there. A very easy way of navigating your way around the system. So pretty typical display as you're accessing all of those different parts of the system. So activities, all of your tasks, calls, meetings, emails there, support cases, sales, looking at your leads, your opportunities, outstanding quotes, your sales forecasts by team members. But this morning I want to take you through a little bit more detail, marketing. So we've got this marketing section here, and this is where together we can store our price list, look at our leads. There's also an upload library, so if you want to share marketing collateral with the team, your mailing lists, mail shots, email templates that you commonly send out, they're all in that central area there underneath marketing. But let me take you through campaigns. This is the starting point of any email marketing activity, is creating initially a very simple campaign record, which is, if you like, the bit of glue that joins it to one of those three email marketing solutions, being Mailchimp, Constant Contact, or Mailer. So here's a campaign I created earlier. So like we saw with our organizations earlier, this is where we can see row by row maybe all of the active campaigns we've got on the go right now, and what's the name of the campaign, and key dates and statuses and values and so on. But if I dive into this one here, my Workbooks Mailchimp campaign, let's dive into that one and show in a bit more detail. So up pops another window now with some tabs running across the top. Again, that's a pretty typical thing. When you drill down into seeing a record, you get a window like this with tabs running across the top there and a little numerical indication of the number of records lurking below that tab there. But initially on this main screen, this is the main information about this marketing campaign. So we give it a meaningful name, some kind of unique name. We can define the type of campaign as well. Incidentally, all of these drop-down lists can be changed by you, and you can remove fields from this screen and add fields to it if you want to. We could also store some date information, some financial information, so we can begin to do a little bit of ROI reporting in Workbooks, because, as I said earlier, we can track sales and potential sales in Workbooks. If we're doing our marketing through Workbooks as well, then we can begin to view the ROI on that marketing activity, do a bit of closed loop reporting there. So we can see against a particular campaign, it might be an exhibition, it might be just a simple email blast, what revenue you got from that. And you could also tie it back to other activities as well. If you wanted to see how many client visits, how many client pitches, demonstrations did you get against a certain email marketing activity, that can be done as well. So that's the main tab, the key information about this marketing activity. And then another key tab is the members tab. So these are the people, this is only a small mailing, this being a demonstration system. These are the 5 people that are going to receive that email. Now, these people could have been put on this campaign in a number of different ways. Do you see this add button here? This is the way that you can add people to this campaign. Or alternatively, I could have gone to my start button. I go up to people here. So like we saw earlier, a list of all of our companies. This could be a list of all of our people, and you can, using the filtering facility here, you can put people into different lists. So here's one I created earlier. Let's, for example, imagine I wanted to do a mailing to all the IT directors I've got in my system. So this is one I created earlier. And do you see, with that simple filtering facility, we can look at, well, in this example, a combination of fields, a job title, and a job role. So we're looking at the IT contained, there's lots of different operators that you can choose here to drill down and get to the right people. Now, once you've done that simple little query there, do you see this bulk actions button? This is where we can add them to a campaign. So they would be added to that list of people that we saw there. So that's how the numerous ways in which we can get people onto a campaign. Now, with the Mailchimp integration, these people are automatically uploaded to your Mailchimp account. No need to bother about exporting or importing in Excel and wasting time that way. They're uploaded there. And Mailchimp, of course, will allow you to create a nice looking email, deliver that email, and then importantly, with the integration with Workbooks, automatically coming back into Workbooks, we can see here against those member records a little summary here that the email was sent. Did they open the email? Incidentally, you can move these columns around here. When was the last time they opened email? How many clicks did they do within an email? We can also display additional columns here. You can do this on any grid or table type display in Workbooks. So I can click into a column here, and do you see a little downward pointing black triangle? I can click on that and go down to columns, and these are all of the other columns that I could display on this summary view. So a pretty typical one when we're looking at emailing people. If I've got my marketing hat on, to see if the email hard bounce. Maybe this email address physically doesn't exist there. So I'm displaying that information there automatically for you. Now, also, I could dive into one of these people's records and see in a little bit more detail their responses to my email campaign. So here's James. If I click on James's record, up pops a window here. Typical display. Initially we're on the main tab, the main information about this contact of ours. And this is an example of what Workbooks gives you, but you can remove these fields, add new fields to it if you want to, no problem at all. Now, an automatic tab here is Mailchimp in the middle. This will show you automatically the last 100, the most recent 100 responses of this customer to your mailing activities. So down the left-hand side here, we can see the activity type, the emails we sent. There's the name of the campaign or the name of the email. And here's some emails that he opened. And oh, look at the top here. He actually clicked on a link, so we can actually see the landing page that he went to as well. So very powerful information that you can share with your salespeople and keeping them in the loop with your marketing activities. So when I'm phoning James, this would be a very useful talking point, but certainly could be very useful background information to know what emails he's responding to, and certainly interested in this particular product or service there as well. Now, as well as a third area where we're going to see this email marketing information is back on the marketing campaign record. Now, if I go back to this main tab here, and then let's just a little bit lower down, this Mailchimp section here, if I just expand that out, this is information being updated automatically as well, but this will give you more of a summary of this campaign. So the number of emails you've sent and the soft bounces, hard bounces, and percentage opens, all of the key metrics that any marketing person would want to look at to see the performance of that campaign. Of course, you can get this information from Mailchimp, but the whole point about the integration is that we're sharing this with our salespeople. They're the people that are contacting your customers. They're the people that need to know what messages are going out and what messages are of interest to your prospects and customers. There are also some marketing reports in the reporting section here. If I click on all reports, this will show you a number of the example reports that come with Workbooks, and these reports that are provided by the system, they're stored in their own little categories or sections there. If I just scroll forwards, do I have some marketing reports? Not in this particular demonstration system here, but you've got some sales lead reports, opportunities reports. This being a demonstration system, maybe a few have been taken out there. But another way of looking at those reports, and also we have dashboards as well, so you can view information in a graphical way. And this example focusing more on opportunities by stage or by salesperson. All right, well, that's a quick run through of Workbooks. As I say, we're not going into all of the extensive capabilities of the system. It's a very comprehensive solution. There's a lot in there. You get a lot of functionality for your subscription. This morning we've just concentrated on email marketing and the link with Mailchimp. Just to cover now some pricing. So you subscribe to Workbooks on an annual basis, so you pay annual advance. And here's the two different flavors of Workbooks CRM edition and Business edition. Business edition allows you to create orders and invoices and credit notes and record customer receipts. Now you can mix and match these two editions. If you were, say, 10 users altogether, you wanted 10 people using Workbooks, you could have maybe 8 people on the lower cost CRM edition and 2 people on business. You can mix and match these two together. We also have a number of popular add-on options to Workbooks. So these do cost a little bit extra. There's the Outlook integration, allowing you to share your Outlook emails and also your tasks, your contacts, and your calendar in a bi-directional way. We also have other options for tracking customer contracts, multi-currency, multi-company, and also Sage 50 integration. Plus, realistically think, do you need any help in getting this system up and running quickly for you? So you could, of course, do it yourself. There's lots of resource materials available for you, but we're on hand to help you with any of our services regards implementation, training. We can certainly take you through email marketing in a lot more detail with you and do a bit of hand holding with you on your first email campaign if you want us to be in the background to make sure everything goes out and everything clicks back into Workbooks there as well. And any sort of training as well we can provide for you. Okay, well, we've come to the end of our brief session today. I'd now like to open the session to any questions. So locate that question section there, please, in your meeting control panel. And I'll do my best to answer those as they come in. So first question from Kevin. Can you pay monthly? Well, Kevin, we have recently introduced a monthly payment option, and interestingly, this option does allow you to pay for any training as well. So as well as paying for the subscription over 12 months on a monthly basis, you can pay for any training that you might want to take as well. So Kevin, once we know about your requirements, we can then explain what the monthly rate is for you. Next question from Natasha. Are there any limits to the number of emails that you can send? Certainly from Workbooks, no, there's no limit. And also the systems I mentioned, Mailchimp, Constant Contact, or Mailer, most of them charge you on the number of subscribers, not necessarily the number of emails you're sending out. So I know, for example, Constant Contact, and we're a training center for Constant Contact and a support center for them. You are charged the number of subscribers that you've got there on their system, but you can send out millions of emails every month if you want to, Natasha. There's no limit to the number of emails being sent out there. So hopefully that answers your question. Don't think there's any more questions coming through there. So it just remains for me to thank you very much for your attendance this morning. Thanks for your interest so far in Workbooks. And just to remind you, if you need a more detailed presentation, please contact us in the UK 01454 316800. Our website, wizard-systems.com or .co.uk. And my name again is Tim Wilmot. Thanks very much indeed. Thanks for your interest in Workbooks, and have a good day.